arguably the best offensive backcourt in the history of the NBA.
We do not even talk about being the best backcourt. Me and Luka, we really just appreciate each other's talents and just what we've been able to accomplish in a year. We've only been together a short period of time, so until we win big and we do it not just with each other, but with a great group of guys around us, I think that's when we'll solidify ourselves as one of the greatest duos of all time. But as of right now, we still have a lot of work to do, and I appreciate that because it keeps me motivated, keeps me hungry.
Dallas moving on to the finals here.
It feels great to be in this position. Not satisfied because I understand that there's still more basketball to be played, but I do take moments throughout this journey that we're on to really appreciate those that I'm around. This is a total team effort. We've been able to go through some adversity, go through some challenges, and come out on the other side better as people at Hoopers. But when you're a true competitor, you don't want to just make it this far. You want to go for the gold trophy to Larry O'Brien, be able to tell your kids that all the work that you put in throughout the whole entire year was worth it.
Welcome back to the NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV. Game 5 about to start the third. Celtics with a 21-point lead. Tonight's assist of the game brought to you by State Farm. JJ.
Well, it's been Jason Tatum's assist in that first half that has given Boston the edge. 9 assists. And Doris, so much of the growth in Jason Tatum's game has been about leveraging his scoring to make his teammates better.
When your best player, his only concern is winning, he's committed to making all the right plays. He elevates the teammates around him. And for that step back three to go down, that's when you know he's cooking.
Tonight's first half stats brought to you by Etsy. In game 4, Celtics had just 84 points for the game. They've got 67 already. And the three-point weapon, it's been there all season. 10 of 21 plus 7 on the boards as well. Welcome back with JJ Redick, Doris Burke. Mike Breen on hand. We'll check in with Lisa in just a moment. You see the difference in terms of the desperation. We saw it in game 4. We're seeing it in game 5.
Well, it's been defensively for the Boston Celtics. Their activity level, they forced 7 turnovers in that first half. And on the ball,
you know, after the game is over, we'll cover everything. We're just going to watch the second half. I hope you guys took the Celtics to cover the 6.5-point spread. That was easy money. But they still have 2 quarters left. Let's see what happens. And again, the biggest mockery is that today is 617, and the Celtics will win the championship in the 617 area code on 617. Just mockery, man. We'll talk some more at the end.
How they can chip away at this deficit. He said, we've been here before. We just need to get it to 10 heading into the fourth quarter. But he said, I told our guys, this is nothing that we have not seen before. And I asked him if this is the moment. Remember, he told us there would come a moment in this game when guys would basically decide whether to hold on to the rope or let go. He said, yes, this is that moment, but we've got to hold on. We don't have a choice.
Inside, another nice feed, this time from Holiday, and Tatum with the flush. Of course, they had that comeback earlier in the series, came back, had a chance, didn't quite crawl all the way back. We've seen so many comebacks throughout the playoffs, throughout the NBA season. Kyrie Irving in and out. Irving now 2 of 9 from the field. Tatum now 18 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. As Gafford on him. He likes this matchup. Drives on Gafford. Gafford fouls him as he gets past. It'll be a side out for Boston. Gafford picks up his first.
Well, this last possession. Multiple advantages. You create the closeout on Tatum. Then there's a closeout on Drew. And as they always do, the Boston Celtics lurking around in that dunker spot. Beautiful delivery from Drew Holiday.
They shot just 36% from the field in game 4. They're right now they're at 52. Derek White, step back 3. That's good. Derek White with his third three-pointer. And the lead is ballooned to 24. Irving pulls back, trying to get on track somehow. Feeds Gafford, and Holiday inadvertently hits him in the face. Second foul on Holiday.
It feels like we've been waiting for one of these barrages from the Boston Celtics. 18 times in the regular season they were north of 40% from 3 as Gafford gets an easy look. Tonight they are finally north of 40% from 3.
Gafford now 6 points. Jaylen Brown has Doncic on him. Al Horford spots up. Al Horford hits a 3. His second three-pointer. They're now 12 of 23 from downtown. It's a 25-point lead. It was Dallas that was crushing Boston in game 4. Just the opposite here in game 5.
And this is just the difficulty of guarding Boston when they go to this 5-out set. 5 skilled players that can all shoot. Jaylen Brown's penetration just enough to make Daniel Gafford help off that strong side corner.
Lively quickly back in. Here to start in the third. Irving draws the foul. Drew Holiday doesn't agree with the call. Joe Mazzulla checking, but is not going to challenge.
Well, giving up baseline, this is one of Kyrie's patented moves. He actually looks like he gets away with a push-off. There is no contact after that initial 2 bodies coming together, and the whistle came on the other side.
Well, Holiday is one, he rarely argues. Tries sometimes to just make a point. Irving hits that. Well, the NBA season might soon come to an end, but there's more basketball to watch. Catch the WNBA live on ESPN and ABC with YouTube TV and get WNBA League Pass. Watch up to 4 games at once with Multiview. Try it free. Terms apply. Irving had the 2 rough games in games 1 and 2. Played splendidly in games 3 and 4. He has been a huge villain since he left the Celtics and has come back. Fans letting him know at every opportunity. Tatum kicks it out. Horford off the bounce. Horford goes all the way inside against Lively and draws the foul. Second on Lively. Horford took a shot.
JJ, you were talking earlier about the difficulty. When your 5-man is included in the guys who have ball skills and you're operating in space one-on-one, this is what's going to happen.
We saw him attack Daniel Gafford in the first half on a similar play, but that all starts with Jason Tatum's ability to get past his guy in isolation.
Horford now 9 points, 4 boards. Celtics 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Mavericks just 4 of 8 from the line. Horford can't connect, but White, as Washington couldn't hold on. Jaylen Brown gets in the paint. Finds Holiday, the left hand off the glass. Timeout Dallas. It's a 26-point lead. The Boston barrage continues.
The NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV.
26-point lead. Celtics equals 26. Of course, Kansas equals 26. That's what they say Bill Walton died from. But we know that's not the case. He died from ritualism. So look, 26-point lead, right? Celtics 26. I already had it up there. They're about to become 11-8 ATS in the postseason this year. That's why we had the Celtics covering the spread. They're up by almost 30 points. Celtics 71. Bill Walton dead at the age of 71. The 46, we know that's an important number, right? Sacrifice 46. Think about all the people who died, right, in connection to these games. From Sam Jones to Bill Walton to Bill Russell. I put out this 9 hours ago. I don't know if you guys saw it. Hopefully you guys did. It was in my community section. I've seen some people repost it and not give me the credit, but it's okay. Of course, Bill Russell wore number 6, right? John Havlicek, he wore number 17. Sam Jones wore number 24. And what is today's date? Today is June 17th, and the year is 24. And, of course, Bill Walton also passed away the day that the Celtics clinched the Eastern Conference, 666 days after the Devil Bill Russell. And Bill Walton wore number 5, like how the series is about to end in 5 games. So this is 4 people that had to die for this rigged NBA championship today on 617. Bill Russell, John Havlicek, Sam Jones, Bill Walton, and a lot of other people as well. And after the finals is over, we're going to see more people drop dead. It's like this every single year. When Bill Russell died, he died right after the Celtics lost to the Warriors in the NBA Finals. And this is how this is how the media mocks you. They mock the fans, right? Celtics won their last title on 6/17/2008. Monday is 6/17/2024. You know what's funny? This is they posted this after I did my live stream yesterday. I know people think that our community is not making a difference, which is bullshit, because then why would they be censoring us so much, right? Why would they be deleting our channels? Why would they be repeating what we say in these live streams? Why all of a sudden all the players are saying the NBA is scripted? Oh, where did they get that from? Those of you who think that this community doesn't make a difference, where did the NFL and the NBA get that from? To mock the fact that we've been saying how the NBA is scripted for all these years. Now all of a sudden it became like a mainstream thing to say that the NBA is scripted. Oh, the script. It was not like that before this community came around. Players would never say that. Have you ever watched a video of Michael Jordan saying that the NBA is scripted? Show me a video of Charles Barkley saying that the NBA is scripted during their playing career, or Shaquille O'Neal or Kobe Bryant. None of them ever did that. Only the players that are current now do that. Oh, the NFL is scripted because of this community. We make a difference, whether you believe it or not. And then they write, it's all part of the plan. Yeah, exactly. It's all part of the fucking plan. It's all part of the fucking script. That's why they lost Game 5 to end it on 6/17 on Big Papi's 213th day of his age. I guarantee you that they'll probably have the parade either on the 19th, on Juneteenth, or on the 20th, which will be Joe Biden's 213th day of his age. If they have it on the 20th, it'll be 213 days after his birthday. Because the NBA Finals is 2/13. So let's see if the parade is in a couple of days. This is why this was an easy call. Even though, it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. But, thanks to Vinny, who called in yesterday and told me about the Big Papi connection. That was the piece that we was missing. Big Papi has been going to every game, supposedly supporting Al Horford. The NBA Finals, he's been going to the game wearing a hat with the 617 area code on the hat, showing people that the NBA Finals is going to end on 6/17. Similar to what the Celtics have been, they put out a photograph. Oh my, I spoke about this yesterday, just pure mockery, man. But the Big Papi connection was the best because we measured from his birthday. He was born 2 days before Joe Biden. And we saw that from his birthday to today's the 213th day of his age. And we talked about that number every year. That is a huge number. Always look out for that number because that's usually how the games are scripted. The NBA Finals is usually scripted around that number. So if you're able to find a good 213, call it Money in the Bank. Like last year, what was it? Last year or the year before? Yeah, it was last year. The Nuggets and Miami Heat, they played on February 13th, and then the NBA Finals started on 213 days after Eric Spoelstra's birthday. The Miami Heat head coach. Again, the NBA Finals is 213. That's why it got me a little bit confused back in 2020, the coronavirus year. I thought the Celtics was gonna go that year because Jack Welch, who used to be the former CEO of General Electric, who passed away on March 1st, right before the pandemic, he died 213 days before the finals started that year. Remember that they changed the finals to, I think it was like around October. And then we knew the Lakers was going to be there because Kobe Bryant died. And they had all these rituals with Kobe Bryant and LeBron James that year. And then, of course, the Lakers won on Father-Daughter Day after Kobe died with his daughter in the helicopter crash. Yeah, but that big Poppy piece, that was the piece that we was missing. And remember, yesterday we said Dallas equals 41. They're about to close out the series 4-1. They stuck on 78 points for some reason. Boston Celtics 78. I wonder if they win by 18 points. But yeah, I'll talk some more at the end.
Get their heads turning, something opens up.
Jaylen Brown goes to Doncic, goes inside, throws it back up top. Tatum, three-pointer. Nearly banked it in. Derek White, the hustle, comes up with a rebound and throws it back out. Brown inside to Holiday. Holiday missed it with the left hand, deflected. And here comes Kyrie Irving. Irving kicks it out. Green lines up, three-pointer, got it. Gosh, Green, 4 for 4 from downtown. He's hit all 5 of his shots. He has 14 points off the bench.
He was not known as a shooter at all, and teams are willing to live with that shot. But he has worked tirelessly to become a respectable shooter. Shot over 40% from 3.
5.5 remaining in the third. White finds Tatum. Tatum to Holiday. Shot clock winding down. Jump shot is good. Doncic pulls back. Goes at Porzingis. A foul and one. Luka Doncic's chance for a three-point play. As the Mavericks trying to just chip away, it's back to 19.
Well, some of this is about Luka's brilliance, there's no question. But to me, this is still about some of the limitations movement-wise for Kristaps Porzingis. So a little bit slower left to right. Normally you see him, he's lively, he believes in his body, and he's able to stay attached without getting too much contact.
I'm glad you said that, Doris. The belief in your body, because I think that's the hardest thing as a player when you're injured, to be out on the court and trust your movements.
Now Porzingis foul his second. He's played 10 minutes. Tim Hardaway Jr., who had hit 5 three-pointers in a row when he got off the bench in game 4, out there perhaps to get a spark again. He's fallen out of the rotation for the most part here in these playoffs. Tatum drives, nice feed inside, and Brown, lively, may have gotten a piece of it, and the rim also perhaps with a block. Doncic lost it, picked up by Tatum. Celtics push. Tatum drives. Tatum won't go, but a foul. And free throws for Jason Tatum. Let's listen to Jaylen Brown mic'd up.
Don't let up. Discipline, discipline, discipline. All out, all out, all out. No let up. Stay on that glass. I'm going to keep the pressure. Stay on that glass. Keep getting to the paint. Keep getting to the paint. We're playing great basketball. Great basketball. Great job, big dude. Here we go. Stay with it. Yeah. Ooh, you sure is ugly.
Well, Jaylen Brown, you know, Dorsey gets better every year, and one of the areas he's really taken a huge step is leadership.
There's no doubt about it. And it's not leadership that was lacking in terms of commitment to craft, of being about the work. But he and Tatum, while different personality-wise, they're a little reserved. And this is what he's saying. You're a little ugly. He came over to you, JJ, and said 2 front teeth are loose.
Well, he's clearly got one of those is chipped. A second one might be coming out later tonight.
The team dentist will be working tomorrow.
In the meantime, if it holds up, the libation of the evening may help with the pain tolerance.
4.5 remaining. Irving pulls up. Shot is no good. Horford snatches the rebound. Rebounding now, plus 10 for the Celtics. Remember, there was a minus 21 in Game 4. It's crazy. In Game 4, Mavericks were up by as many as 48, and here they've trailed by as many as 26. Doncic still, and the Mavericks still fighting. Doncic going coast to coast, high off the glass is good. And a quick timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Doncic now with 16 points.
Speaking of Joe Mazzulla,
and the Mavericks still fighting, down by 18.
Well, on one end, Boston has now missed 3 layups in this quarter. Dallas hanging around.
Speaking of Joe Mazzulla, his birth name is Joseph. The name Joseph Mazzulla equals 185. The Celtics are about to become 18-5 in championships. And of course, we know the name William Russell is also 185. Notice the name Joseph Mazzulla is 185, just like William Russell, Bill Russell's birth name. Celtics are 17-5. They'll win today. They'll become 18-5 in championships. Basketball is 185. Mathematics is 185, just like Catholicism. I told you guys the Celtics was not losing. We was trying to figure out what day they was going to win. Once I saw that the Celtics was in there, I was like, okay, it's a done deal. Celtics are becoming 18-5 because that number is huge. That number is very important in basketball. And keep in mind that Boston Celtics is 195. Maybe they repeat. It's been a while since they had a two-peat. And last team was probably the Warriors, right? Yeah, so it's been a while. Now, I'm not saying the Celtics are going to win next year, but the way the East is looking, and if this team stays the way they are, they might repeat and become 19-5 next year as well. Let's see if this team is able to stay together. I don't know about Al Horford. I think Al Horford is done after this year. We'll see. But notice what else is 185. Donald John Trump, and we know this is all synced up with politics, right? Joe Biden's Secret Service name is Celtic. Again, on the 19th, it will be the 213th day of his age. And the 20th will be 213 days after his birthday. So I think it's more fitting for them to have the parade on Juneteenth. Because today is also 106 days after Jason Tatum's birthday. Black Lives Matter is 106. So they might do that. They might have the parade on Juneteenth, the 213th day of the president's age. But yes, and look, Bill Russell dead on 7/31 or 31/7, the 66 prime. Remember, number of the beast equals 66, and then 666 days after him, Mr. Bill Russell died, and when the name Bill Walton III equals, actually 666 days after Bill Russell, Bill Walton died, and Bill Russell died on 31/7, which is a 66 prime. Number of the beast equals 66. And then 666 days after Bill Russell, Bill Walton died, and the name Bill Walton III equals 66, just like number of the beast. And 666 is the number of the beast in the biblical sense. See how perfect they do it? It's all satanic. It's all ritual. And it's very, very sick, really. It's all very sick, man. People are dying. People are dying. So I gave you guys the Celtics sweeping the Pacers series for free on YouTube. I gave you guys 4 games for free. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then guys had a lot of opportunities to make some money in all of these games because I think a couple of these games the Pacers had a lead. I think they blew a lead in almost every single game. The Pacers did. They blew a big lead in Game 4. because they were down by like 8 with like 3-4 minutes left. Gave you guys all this stuff for free, you know, and I haven't seen a super chat yet. I haven't seen a single tip. It's just amazing. Yesterday, we put out Celtics to cover the spread for free. For free. Unbelievable. Yeah, but Mr. Bill Walton, who wore the number 5, and now the series is ending in 5, right?
The inbound. Exum Hardaway.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
3 reserves plus Washington and Doncic out there right now.
Let's see. Let's just watch the rest. 18-point lead, really? Oh, my gosh.
Brown cuts. Gets it. Shoots it. And White gets the offensive rebound.
You guys notice the Mavericks score 18 points in the first quarter?
Trying to come back. That's 9 offensive rebounds for the Celtics. White. Hardaway trying to stop Brown using the left hand. Missed it. Horford comes flying in. Can't get it. Second effort. That won't go. And Doncic the rebound.
Boy, a lot of point-blank chippies being missed.
Hardaway tries a 3. He thought he got fouled. Thought Horford was in his landing area. Comes up limping. Brown, 3-pointer. Good boxing out from Exum. And they're going to call a foul on Horford. Exum will shoot.
Well, from our angle, it looked like Horford did get in his landing area. And that, again, I know Tim Hardaway Jr.'s feet are going forward. That is his natural shooting motion.
He said he's okay. Did not hit that 3. Exum will shoot as the Celtics in a penalty. 15 foul with 3:03 remaining. Upcoming national TV schedule brought to you by ESPN Bet. If the Mavericks can come back and win, we'll have a Game 6 in Dallas on Thursday. Wednesday, June 26th, NBA first round on ABC at ESPN. And the 27th, the second round of the NBA draft at 4 Eastern. Exum misses the second. Horford grabs another rebound. He's got 9 of those with 9 points.
But Mike, free throws, missed free throws has been a theme for the Dallas Mavericks all playoffs. They've missed 5 tonight, I believe.
Tatum looking. Largest lead was 26. They've got it down to 17. Tatum double, finds Horford, back out Hauser. Hauser's got to jack it up. He does. Shot in and out. Kleber the rebound. Mavericks slowly cutting in to that enormous deficit. Doncic, long 3-pointer. An air ball. He's now 0 for 6 and 1 for his last 21 from 3-point range. He dominated in the paint in Game 4. Did not have a 3-pointer and has yet to hit one here in Game 5. Josh Green, you see back in, guarding Brown. Doncic picks him up. Hauser hesitated. Now the runner's up and good. Sam Hauser with 8 points off the bench.
He has had a huge impact on this game on both ends of the basketball floor. You don't see a lot of middies from Sam Hauser.
Josh Green, not that time. And Brown the rebound. Celtics have been in control, led by double figures as Brown knocks down a shot. 86-65, it's back up to 21. Brown has 17. Josh Green drive, tried to jam it. Tatum may have gotten a piece of it. Pass stolen by Doncic. Only the 4th turnover for Boston. Doncic got some contact, didn't go. Kleber the rebound. Doesn't look to put it back up. P.J. Washington, his 3-pointer off the mark. They're now 7 of 28 from long distance as we approach a minute remaining in the 3rd.
And it looked like Maxi Kleber could have had an easy layup. Nobody on the right side of the basket there.
Brown tied up. Tatum with 4 to shoot. His 3-pointer. Holiday, another offensive rebound. Tatum drives, sidestep, kicks it out corner. Hauser 3.
But another clean look. The attention that Tatum creates, making all the right rim reads.
Doncic, but Hauser on him. Doncic using his strength, leans in, falls back and banks it home. 18 points, 11 rebounds for Doncic. Shot clock turned off. No fouls to give here for Dallas. They get on their feet at the TD Garden.
These look like two tired teams a little bit, Mike.
5 seconds. Brown looks up. 2 seconds. Brown drives, pulls up, jump shot. And off the mark, would not have counted. And that ends the third quarter. The Boston Celtics 1 quarter away from an NBA championship. Dominant defense, 3-point prowess. They head to the fourth quarter up 19 as this presentation of the NBA Finals continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Yeah, I think out of all the NBA Finals that I've covered before, this is definitely the most blatant one. I mean, this photograph before the finals started. Actually, this was before Game 1 was played. They showed people. They had the 617 display with T-shirts and then the number 18. And on the other side, they had the BOS for Boston. Letting people know that the Celtics was going to pick up their 18th championship on 617 or 617. Yeah, this is the most blatant NBA Finals. I think even more blatant than LeBron winning on the real King James' birthday, because a lot of people don't know who King James is, the actual King James. So, but this was mainstream. This photograph, right? The Celtics put it out on their Instagram. The NBA put it out on their Instagram, and then they wrote the stage is set, because that's what it is. It's a stage. The NBA is the basketball court is a stage, and what do you have on a stage? You have actors. Let me just read some of the comments. You see what I'm saying? All these people are fucking sheep. They don't get it. They don't see the mockery. They don't see it. What is the one? The people don't even know that Boston is a 617 area code. What is the 617? People are fucking. People are lost, man. I want a shirt. That's what people are getting out of this. I want a shirt. Oh man. Not one person is picking up on it, man. Let's go Celtics. Let's go Celtics. Someone give me a shirt. Take care of business. Go Celtics. Go Celtics. Mama Boston. For the 617. Oh, these people are dead asleep, man. Unbelievable. I think that's why they get away with this shit, man. Because they know people are brain dead, yo. Unbelievable. Yeah, but this is definitely the most blatant one. And then what they did with them, Sam Jones and John Havlicek and Bill Russell, their jersey numbers equal the date. It reflected today's date, right? Bill Russell with a number 6, John number 17, Sam Jones number 24, and today is 6/17/24. Right now it's 67-86. You know what else? Oh my gosh. Speaking of sacrifices, what does blood sacrifice and human sacrifice equals in gematria? Isn't it 67 and 86? Think about all the blood sacrifices that we've seen so far leading up to these NBA Finals. No, look at the score, 67-86. I don't think that's a coincidence. Going into the fourth quarter. Bill Walton, blood sacrifice. Bill Russell, blood sacrifice. Sam Jones. So many others. Even Kobe Bryant, you know. Kobe Bryant synced up with this. I think that's why they're ending in on 617, the 113 prime number, 4-1. And then Kobe Bryant is 113 and 41. His statue went up this year. Jason Tatum, a big Kobe Bryant fan.
Whatever it takes. All right, Lisa. Holiday looking for his second title. Won it with the Bucks in 2021. Porzingis back in. Lines up. Shot well short. Irving gets it. Remember, in game one, the Mavericks were down 29. They came back, cut it to 8. Going to get one last incredible run. Lively the rebound, back up. White got a piece of it. Derek White with another block.
We've seen him block guards, forwards, centers. I mean, this guy is fearless on the defensive end.
And a foul's going to be called on Lively. He's upset as he pushed Porzingis. 4 on Lively.
How many 6'4" guards are willing to go vertical with a 7-foot center? Derek White, so good at that.
You know why? Because he's not afraid to get dunked on. Because he understands that's a game-changing play, momentum-changing play.
Well, it's either going to be his highlight or someone else's highlight.
That's right.
He just never gives up on a play. You are never cheated by the effort of Derek White. Doncic. Derek Jones Jr. They leap wide open. His three-pointer won't go. I've said that about a lot of the Mavericks threes. Now just 7 of 29. That's 24%. Just over a minute gone by here in the fourth. Foul on Jones. Another side out. Well, if the Mavs pull off a miraculous comeback tonight, the finals will continue in Dallas Thursday on ABC. Countdown begins our coverage.
Yeah, these commentators are fucking hilarious. The final game 6. There's still people waiting for game 6. Yo, these people they have a sick sense of humor, man. They're waiting for game 6.
And a shot clock violation. And Jones shaken up. And Derek Jones was part of that terrific defensive play in game 4. Watch him here. His leg gets caught right there as Tatum falls on him. An awkward angle. He is not looking to come out.
Doris, you said at the end of that third how tired both these teams looked. The effort required, right, in a finals game. They're still in the scrum, though. Both these teams still giving effort despite some possible fatigue.
Both have overcome so much in the playoffs. And Dallas, an improbable run to the finals. What a turnaround as Jones gets inside. Porzingis altered the shot. Tatum the rebound. Jaylen Brown. And a moving screen called on Brown.
You gotta love how they keeping it at 67-86, right? The blood sacrifice numbers. Now nobody can score in the fourth.
We've seen Derek blow by guys. Wow.
He said he wanted to get back so badly after that leg injury. Of course, missed 10 games with the calf injury. Just wanted to get back out there with his team. They call it a rare leg injury as Doncic gets inside, trying to find somebody. Gets to Green, back to P.J. Washington, his three-pointer. They're just not falling. And it's still Mavericks ball. They've missed their last 11 shots overall. And they've missed 23 of 30 from three-point range.
For Porzingis, think about all that he's been through in his career, the trades, the injuries.
P.J. Washington runs back to get it.
And to get this to this point in the season and be hurt again, it's got to be incredibly frustrating.
That game 1 was a special moment for him. And the injury happened. Brown pulls back out. Celtics can afford to take time off the clock. Brown drives, finds Porzingis. Timeout, Dallas. They're starting to celebrate here in Boston.
The ability of the wings of Boston to get downhill ahead of steam. Stop me if you can. If you give it up, An easy 2 for your teammate, Jason, Jalen, the 2 stars doing all the right things.
The NBA Finals are presented by YouTube TV. Try it free. New users only. Terms apply. Cancel anytime.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without
You guys notice how Kristaps Porzingis is about to improve to 6-1 in the playoffs this year. 6-1, right? Finals 61. Biblical number as well, right? Jesus, cross, church. He became 5-1 last time we played. Dallas Mavericks equals 51. You know what I remember about Sam Jones' death? He died on LeBron's 37th birthday. The name Samuel equals 37, like Los Angeles. He died the day that LeBron James turned 37, right? December 30th, 2021. He died, let me see, June 24th to, it's like 100 and something days. Just see real quick.
Key moments as Ray Allen, he was on this court.
Oh, speaking of the former Celtics, today is 118 days before Paul Pierce's birthday. How about that? Celtics are about to improve to 11-8 ATS. Celtics equals 118.
Dallas still fighting, still competing, but they're in a 21-point hole.
Hey, Sam was also 71 like Celtics.
Gets it back, fires up the 3, and finally gets one to go. He was 0 for 6, and 1 makes it an 18-point game. Still 8.5 remaining. Tatum has Derek Lively on him. Porzingis not expecting the pass. Shot clock at 4. White launches a 3. It's good! Derek White from downtown.
How many times in the last 2 games have we seen Derek White bail out possessions at the end of a shot clock with big-time threes?
Doncic drives and finishes. And it's back to 19. Celtics have been up by double figures the entire second half. Largest lead was 26. Tatum, hesitation, bank shot is good. And the foul. Slick move from Jason Tatum. He's got 22 points and 11 assists.
He has worked diligently on tightening up his handle. This is in his weak hand. Little hesitation just to freeze Lively. Then the burst to go by goes back to the right hand. They've missed some chippies. At one point, 2 for 9 in the third. Tough angle, big-time basket.
What I'm noticing is that all these people who died, they all have the 71 connection, right? Celtics 71. The name Havlicek is just like Catholic. Catholic has those same values.
Hits the 3. Second three-pointer for Kyrie Irving. He's 4 of 14 from the field. Hardaway trying to guard Tatum. Tatum spins, falling away. It's up and good.
Well, Tatum in the paint right now, just getting whatever he wants, particularly against mismatches.
Brown the steal. During these playoffs, it seems these Celtics have multiple players do something special night in and night out. Listen to this roar. Three-pointer as Doncic grabs the rebound. Irving kicks it out. Josh Green is open. Can't get it to fall. Irving runs down. He tries a three. And Brown the rebound. Jaylen Brown coast to coast and is fouled. With 6:31 remaining and a 21-point lead.
So Tatum had the ISO on Lively. He drives to the basket and scores. And then here he has the mismatch against the smaller defender in Hardaway.
Are we going to get a stoppage with 6:17 left in the game?
So far.
Yes.
Well, they're coming off one of the worst losses in NBA Finals history. A game they trailed by 48 and came out with such a force to start this game. Horford comes in. Porzingis, 16 minutes, gets a huge ovation from the crowd.
That's a gutsy performance, Mike. Not at 100%. They attacked him early. The mental toughness to stick with it.
Brown with 19, but you have your two stars, Tatum and Brown, with 17 assists, 11 for Tatum, 6 for Brown. Their growth as playmakers, a big part of this season, as Doncic rattles in the three. He missed his first 6 and has now hit his last 2, make it a 20-point game. As we approach the midway point of the fourth.
Make sure to tune in to Game 6 if the Mavericks survive.
Brown, three-pointer. And Green has it poked away by Holiday, but he can't save it. 5:48 remaining. This crowd is ready to celebrate.
The crowd is ready to celebrate. One of the main reasons why is that guy right there, Drew Holiday. From the opening tip, he's been everywhere, all over the basketball floor. We say this all the time about him. It's very simple. He just makes winning basketball plays.
He called himself earlier in these finals, I'm a utility guy. Well, he's a utility guy with a championship DNA. Doncic searching for that opening, tries another three-pointer. And Jaylen Brown, the rebounds, got 8 of those as well, and just manages to save it.
Joe Mazzulla trying to get them to pick up the tempo of their offense.
7 on the 24 for Tatum. Goes at Doncic, gets inside, layup, shot is good. Somehow he muscled it in. "27 points for Jason Tatum. Stolen by White. A smothering defense from the opening tip. Tatum the drive. Tatum the finish. Timeout, Dallas. Four and a half minutes to a championship.
Jason Tatum has made all the right reads. Attacking to score because he can sense a championship. The strength to finish that.
And Doris, for Jason Tatum, who has been in so many moments like this in his career, stepped up big time, had some failure. For him, he's relishing this, so close to his first championship.
We're officially in commercial-free crunch time for the rest of regulation. We'll be staying with the game thanks to YouTube TV. And for today only, scan the code on your screen for $99 off your first 3 months. Well, the Celtics, it was a painful loss in Game 4. Joe Mazzulla took the starters out late in the third quarter. They didn't play the fourth. Wound up losing by 38. And came back so determined here to finish it off on their home floor. Let's look at some of tonight's key plays with YouTube TV, then catch up to the live action. Another sensational performance from Drew Holiday.
Well, like I said, it started from the opening tip. I mean, this guy was everywhere on the court, defensively, igniting the transition, making plays out of the short roll. Doris, this is what a utility man looks like.
Yeah, his constant movement, pursuit of the basketball, first to the floor anytime there was a 50-50 ball, the willingness to make open shots, all the right passes.
So Jason Tatum is about to win the championship in his 113th postseason game of his career. He's going to pick up his 68th win. When championship equals 68, like basketball, like Catholicism, like mathematics. Mathematics and Catholicism and basketball also 185. The Celtics are becoming 18-5 in finals. The day that Jason Tatum picked up his 68th career postseason win. He picked up his 68th win on 113. Actually on 617, which is the 113 prime number. Crazy script. And the Mavericks can't get past 78 points. Boston Celtics 78. This is the 78th NBA season. The final started on the Boston Celtics' 78th birthday.
And there's his wife. Let's listen to some Wired.
Wish it goes longer. We want to play more. Transition defense, defend without fouling, rebounding. The basics, the details, the fundamentals.
If Luka stays, I'll stay. If Luka stays, keep me in.
Come on!
I love that from Jaylen Brown, right? Willing to take the challenge. He's taken the challenge all series long. Against a player like Luka, you're going to win some of those battles, you're going to lose some of those battles, but the willingness to take that on.
Oh, Hardaway, Washington, Irving, Doncic, and Cleveland out there. This is a Dallas team that beat the Clippers in 6, beat the #1 seed, the Thunder in 6. And then against the Timberwolves of 5 games in the conference finals as Horford picks it up. Doncic falls down, throws it ahead to Brown. Layup, missed it. Tatum the rebound, blocked, but a foul. Doncic shaking up. Derek White going over to check on him with 4:20 remaining.
Well, first it was Brown, and then it was Doncic. Obviously a wet spot there on the floor. Just unfortunate for Dallas.
Well, Tatum will shoot free throws. Want to make a quick correction and apologies. That was not Drew Holiday's wife. As Tatum knocks down the free throw. 30 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds. Talked about last year, Game 7, Eastern Conference Finals. They tried to be the first team to ever come back from 3-0. It was tied at 3, but he sprained his ankle in the opening seconds of the first quarter, and Miami won handily. Chance for redemption here this year, and they're 4 minutes away. Doncic goes inside, lays it up and in. Under 4 to play. The crowd pretty much on its feet the entire fourth quarter. This will be some party here tonight in Boston. Brown goes inside, layup, no good. But he'll shoot.
But how appropriate these two stars in a Game 5 have 17 assists between them, right? Both of them came in, wanted to be dynamic scorers. As Jaylen Brown told us, Mike, you asked him what he thought he could be, and he said, I wanted it all. I said, MVP, he said, I want it all. But to get there, they were both willing to concede shots. As Tatum said, I am willing to do less to achieve more.
And Brown said, I'm a big dreamer. Entering the league, I want to be a special player, but more than anything, I want to win.
A lot of people say that, Mike. Their actions don't always reflect that. Every guy on the Boston Celtics has said that this season, and their actions have reflected that.
Kyrie Irving steps back, knocks down a three. Terrific shot from Irving, but a rough night, 5 of 16 from the field. As we approach 3 minutes remaining. Doncic comes up with a steal. Goes inside, finds P.J. Washington. Layup is good. And Joe Mazzulla not taking any chances, even with a 21-point lead. Calls a timeout. Luka Doncic, 28 points, 12 rebounds. A little banged up here. He's played throughout these playoffs with a knee injury, an ankle injury, a chest contusion, and put up phenomenal numbers. A reminder, we're back in commercial-free crunch time, made possible by YouTube TV. As a reminder, for the rest of regulation, we'll be staying here at the TD Garden. Jason Tatum, in the biggest game of his career, Doris, has been spectacular.
So usually if you win an NBA championship, you've got to put some demons to bed. So many questions, could they close in crunch time? But he has made all the right plays. The ability to be dynamic, not just doing this as a scorer, yes, but also the ability to make tough shots and to set up his teammates.
I think the biggest growth in his game has been the willingness to set up his teammates, the willingness to share, making right reads. He brought up the assists. Both these guys this season in particular have gotten so good at just making the right basketball play, even if it doesn't always lead to an assist.
Now, Tatum has talked about how he's done everything except win the championship. That's what was left for him to do. Michael Jordan won his first title at age 28 in his 7th year. LeBron James won his first title age 27 in his 9th year. Jason Tatum is 26 in his 7th year and on the verge of that first title. And those two have been through so much together. This, again, their 107th playoff game. And many thought they couldn't win together. There was always talk about one of them needed to be traded. They have become a dynamic duo and ready to be a championship duo. Tatum goes inside, flips it up, and Washington with a rebound. Doncic goes inside. You know, for Dallas, the finals loss, always so painful. Just ask the Celtics back in 2022. The pain's going to start to heal when they look back at what a great season this was for them and an improbable run to the finals.
So, Mike, for me, with Luka Doncic, I liken his season a little bit to Nikola Jokic before Nikola took his conditioning to another level, right? For Doncic, this has been the longest playoff run of his career. There is another level, as brilliant as he is on the offensive end. We saw how relentlessly Boston attacked him. They don't get here without him. But, JJ, I still think, as great as he is, there's another level there.
Well, with great players, there generally is another level. These guys constantly are looking for ways to improve. And I think the point you make is true. If you're going to get to this stage of the finals and play against a great basketball team, a guy like Luka Doncic, you're going to be targeted on defense. You have to be able to play both sides of the ball. And some of the thinking is, well, we can get by you. The other thinking is, we can wear you down.
Well, we're back in commercial-free crunch time, made possible by YouTube TV. A reminder, rest of the regulation staying with the game. And there's a challenge. They're doing a review right now with 2:37 remaining.
Celtics thought this went off his thigh after the reach down.
After review, the ruling on the floor has been overturned to Boston basketball. It's a successful challenge. They retain the right to challenge.
And just another note on the Dallas Mavericks. They've got some young players, Lively, Gafford, P.J. Washington, Josh Green, Hardy. And they've all gained valuable experience playing in these tough playoff games. Irving congratulating many of them former teammates. He talked about he wasn't in a great place when he was here, but he's in a great place now. Had a redemption year with these Mavericks, really rejuvenated. Not just showing off his breathtaking skills, but yes, his leadership skills as well with these Dallas Mavericks.
And Derek Lively, in 2 years, folks, his ceiling is so high, I wonder what that looks like.
Brown drives in, ball poked around. Derek White comes up short, and ball went out of bounds with 2:15 remaining. Joe Mazzulla, what a job this young coach has done. Last year, Game 7 of conference finals. This year, an NBA championship coach.
And got thrown right into the fire. I mean, he was named the interim head coach prior to last year's training camp, 4 or 5 days before training camp started.
Right.
And that was coming off a finals appearance. Joe Mazzulla was the 4th assistant when they went to the finals.
This is his coaching experience prior to this position. Glenville State, Fairmount State, and the Maine Red Claws. And think about this. This is where life's so much about timing. For Joe Mazzulla, if Will Hardy, as you see Al getting a little ovation here.
Al Horford taken out and gets the love from the Celtic fans. There's his dad, Tito. He's waited 17 years for his NBA championship. Remember, after they got to the conference finals and won against Indiana, Lisa asked him, "Are you hungry?" He goes, "I'm starving. It's time to eat." Al Horford.
So to finish my point, if Will Hardy doesn't take the Utah job, would Will have been named in his stead? So again, good timing, but Joe has earned it, Mike, and been sensational.
Just another smart move from Brad Stevens. Tatum can't get it. Luke Cornett tips it back. Boy, they are ready to celebrate. And a 24-second violation. More substitutions, more ovations.
To the person on Patreon that said that they was going to take the Celtics to win by 18 points, that bet is looking good right now. They might win by 18.
An emotional moment for Tatum and Brown. Brown, who says about Joe Mazzulla, he's made us a smarter team. He's got some pretty darn good players to work with. Hardy's jumper is good as we approach a minute remaining. All the painful endings. Nobody's thinking about that now. For Tatum and Brown, one of the special nights of their lives.
And I love that Joe Mazzulla, he gave Kristaps Porzingis his moment. He gave Al Horford his moment. And then he put Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown together for their moment.
So fitting. Tatum overcome with emotion. There's only one thing that mattered to him this year. He said at the start of training camp, everybody eats, everybody sacrifices. There's Mom, Dad, and Deuce. Pritchard, who hit that half-court shot at the buzzer. He did another. A terrific year for Pritchard. Hauser caught fire in the finals. And now Dallas will dribble it out. This crowd on its feet. The best team in basketball all year. All the work, all the sacrifice, handling the enormous weight of massive expectations. Ends tonight here. It's over. Time to say it again, Boston. Anything's possible. Banner number 18 has been secured. The Celtics are NBA champions.
One of my Patreons took the Celtics to win -17.5. He said they were going to win by 18 points. They won exactly by 18. Bill Russell did at 88. Today's 106 days after Jason Tatum's birthday. Black Lives Matter 106.
Bill Russell, Bill Walton, John Havlicek, Kobe Bryant.
Lisa Salter's in there somewhere. Gotta get one of the Celtics. And JJ, like, what a bond for these men that they'll share for the rest of their lives.
It's always an experience to be part of a special group, and you listen to everything that has been said during these conference finals and finals, whether it's come from the players, whether it's come from Joe Mazzulla when they won the Eastern Conference and he said, "Thank you for letting me coach you." The bond with this group is real, and they'll cherish not only this moment, but their relationship with each other the rest of their lives.
Give Brad Stevens a ton of credit, because how many years was it relentless? Break them up. They can't play together. They can't get over the mountaintop because their skill sets cross over too much. That is laid to rest.
And doing it together, doing it as one, it makes it so much sweeter. Doris, they use their past failures, their lessons of losing, to keep their dream alive. They got knocked down many times, but it didn't stop them.
Perhaps none worse than the Game 7 for Jaylen Brown in the Eastern Conference Finals. He told us just a couple of days ago, my team looked to me when Tatum got hurt, and I failed miserably, and I went back to the drawing board. I raised my skills, and I came back more prepared.
This is always one of the really fun moments.
All right, shut the fuck up. Fucking frauds. All right, where do we start? So the Celtics, right? They lost 18 games this season. 18 games, right? Of course, they just won their 18th championship. They just won this game by 18 points. Of course, the Mavericks, they scored 18 points in the first quarter. 18, right? 18 championships. They begin the season 18-0 at home. 18-0. We've been saying all these 18s all season long. I didn't think. I'll be honest with you. The reason I didn't like the Celtics in the beginning of the playoffs, because 17 is such an important number to the NBA. I said, you know what? I gotta see it to believe it. I gotta see somebody get past 17 for me to consider the Lakers or Celtics to ever win another championship. And now the Celtics did it. They became 18-5 today. Notice, this is what I've been saying the entire playoffs. The Celtics are going to win the championship, become 18-5. There is no way the Mavericks are going to win 4 games. And they didn't. They lost in 5, like the number Bill Walton used to wear. Of course, the Dallas equals 41. They lost 4-1 the series. But notice the name Joseph Mazzulla, which is the Celtics head coach's name. His name is almost the same as Bill Russell. Bill Russell was born William Russell. It's 185, it's 59, it's also 193. So it matches in 3 out of the 4 ciphers. These NBA finals were scripted around Bill Russell, who died on July 31st, 2021, 666 days before the Celtics reached the NBA Finals, clinched the Eastern Conference when they beat the Pacers in 4 games, the same day that Bill Walton passed away. But notice the name Joseph Mazzulla and William Russell, which is Bill Russell's birth name. They both equate to 185. It's like basketball, mathematics, and Catholicism. Big number right there, 185. But you know what else is 185? Is the name Donald John Trump And we've been talking about how this is also scripted around the upcoming election, right? The last time the Celtics won the championship, they did it during an election year, 2008. So, yeah. And on May 27th, you know, we've been mentioning all the players that passed away, but also keep in mind that Al Horford also sacrificed his grandfather for this upcoming finals, right? His grandfather died on May 27th, 2021. Actually, 2022. So 2 years ago, Al Horford's grandfather, an 81-year-old man, passed away. This was right before during the NBA Finals when the Celtics were playing the Warriors. Al Horford's grandfather died. And then on the anniversary of his grandfather's death, on the 2-year anniversary, Al Horford went back to the finals, right, this year. On May 29th. Was it May 29th or May 27th? May 27th, excuse me. On May 27th this year, which is the anniversary of his grandfather's death, Al Horford went back to the finals. And remember, Al Horford's his mother is Arelis Reynoso. Her name is 175. The year that his grandfather died, the Celtics were playing the Warriors in the finals. They fell to 17-5. Golden State is 175 like Pope Francis. So, yeah, right before the finals, right before the Celtics fell to 17-5, Al Horford gets rid of his grandfather. And then on the 2-year anniversary, he goes back to the NBA Finals and actually wins it, right? 17 years into his NBA career, when NBA equals 17. But notice Pope Francis 175, just like Golden State. The Golden State Warriors dropped the Celtics to 17-5. And now this year, 2 years later, they just became 18-5. Again, basketball, mathematics, Catholicism, William Russell, Joseph Masula, 185. You cannot fade that number. That number is huge. That number is huge. I just didn't. To be honest, but you know, back before the playoffs started, I just didn't think none of these teams were gonna get 17. Celtics or the other Lakers. I said, you know what, 17 seems to be the cap. Like how 27 seems to be the cap in baseball. But now we got to look at maybe the Yankees get past 27 because the Yankees have 27 championships. MLB goes 27. So now from now on, I'm gonna be considering the Yankees to win it because they showed us that there is no cap. It's all ritual. Okay, so yeah, and you know that Pacers series was easy because May 27th, again, 666 days after the death of Bill Russell, who died on July 31st, 2022. All right, what else? I know a lot of this stuff I already said a bunch of times. I just want to cover everything because there might be new people here, and I just want to, just put it all together in one video. So I know a lot of you heard me say these things a million times, but it's just I have to, remember everything that that stands out about these rigged NBA finals. All the people that had to die. All the stuff that we called in advance just to show people the relevance of gematria, how it can help you win some money. I know a lot of you want some money. If you saw my video that I did last night, we called it. We said the Celtics are going to win, and they're going to win by more than 6.5 points, which was the opening spread. One of my Patreons, he hit me up today. He said he showed me his ticket. He put $100. I wish he would have put more. He put $100 on the Celtics to win by 18 points exactly. He took the spread at negative 17.5. I said they're not gonna do that, but good luck. That's what I told them. They're not gonna win. They're not gonna win their 18th championship and win by 18 points. There's no way, and they did because that's how these people work. They like to mock. Just think about it. The Celtics just won the championship on 617 in the 617 area code. The numbers that John Havlicek and Bill Russell used to wear, 6 and 17. And, of course, Sam Jones wore the number 24, and this is the year 24. The Celtics led by 26 points in that game. Celtics 26, Kansas 26. Bill Walton death from cancer. The day that the Celtics clinched the Eastern Conference Finals. All right, so we talked about the death of Bill Walton, right? Bill Walton died at the age of 71, Celtics 71. Just like Catholic, just like athlete. The name Walton equals the same thing as Boston. He died on the day leaving 218 days left in the year. Death is 218. And then, of course, there, Jerry West. I didn't make a video about Jerry West. Jerry West died. He didn't play for the Celtics, but he did die this year on June 12th at the age of 86. Blood sacrifice number. And, his death, what I noticed about Jerry West's death is that his death was synced up with Kobe Bryant. And remember when Kobe Bryant died, he died 243 days after Jerry West's birthday, back when Jerry West was 81. He died at the age of 86, right? The blood sacrifice number. But when Kobe died, he was only 81. He was turning 82 that year, I think it was. Yeah, he was turning 80. Yeah, he was turning 82 that year. So, yeah, he was born on May 28th, 1938. And from his 81st birthday to the death of Kobe Bryant, it was 243 days. And notice the name Kobe Bean Bryant equals 243 and 81. It was 243 days after his 81st birthday. And, of course, they're considering Kobe to be the new logo. And the logo equals 37 and 26, just like Bryant. So, of course, they had Kobe synced up with the logo. And, of course, Jerry West also died 201 days before LeBron James' birthday. But this really stood out to me because remember what we've been saying about the number of the beast, right? Number of the beast equals 66 and 87, just like Bill Walton III, right? And, of course, Bill Walton died 666 days after Bill Russell, right? But look at Jerry West's postseason record. He was 87 and 66, you guys. All of these players go through 666 rituals. From Kobe Bryant to Jerry West to Bill Russell to Walt Frazier. Go look up how many games Walt Frazier played with the Knicks. He played 666 games. It's just, they do it all the time. Kobe scored 81 in his 666 career game. When you write out the number of the beast, it equals 81. The name Kobe Bean Bryant equals 81. They do number of the beast rituals with all of these players. From Jerry West to Bill Russell to Bill Walton. The name Bill Walton III equals 66 and 87, like number of the beast. Okay, let's see what else. I put a lot of stuff on Instagram. Let me just go to my Instagram. Oh yeah, the biggest mockery, we talked about this yesterday. We opened up the video saying how this was probably a huge clue when they had the T-shirts displaying the number 617 and the number 18, just for them to win the championship on 617 and win their 18th championship by 18 points. That's just coincidence. I want to hear somebody say that in the comment section. That's just a coincidence. All right? Yeah. Yeah, put that in the comments so I can laugh. We can all laugh at you. How stupid you are. And then Big Papi. We spoke about this yesterday. Big Papi wearing the 617 hat to all the games in his Hal Horford jersey. Big Papi equals 42. Like the N-word. You guys noticed the score was 42 to 60 at one point, right? Big Papi's 42 and 60. The N-word is 42 and 60. But Big Papi's been wearing the number of the date of the finals, today's date, in his hat when he was going to the games. And we measured from his birthday to today. We noticed that today is the 213th day of Big Papi's age. And the NBA Finals is 213. So that's why they have Mr. Big Papi on the big screen at every game. Sitting courtside, cheering on Al Horford. This guy never cheered Al Horford a day in his life until now. I've never seen Big Papi cheering Al Horford on as much as he did in this NBA Finals. Never did. Of course, we know why, though. He was forced to do it for the big ritual, 213 days after his birthday. We've been saying how the parade can be on Juneteenth, which is the president's 213th day of his age. Big Papi and President Biden was born 2 days apart. Well, their birthdays are 2 days apart, but Biden's a lot older. All right, so yeah, it's a big mockery right here. Celtics put this up on their Instagram. The NBA did. Yeah, no, it goes right. People, right? Like, how do people don't notice this shit? How do you not catch on to this stuff, man? Oh man. I don't know. I don't know what else to say, man. It's just. But yeah, but this right here is another big mockery. I don't expect the fans to notice this. This is something you notice when you start documenting how many people passed away. All right, again, Bill Russell, number 6. John Havlicek, number 17. Sam Jones, number 24. And what is today's date? 6/17/24. Bill Walton then passes away, right? Number 5. Series ends in 5 games. FanDuel and all the other sports betting agencies, they put out this photograph on their social media. Celtics won their last title on 6/17/2008. Yeah, with Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. Monday is 6/17/2028. Boston area code is 617. Since when has any of these websites been doing decodes like this? This is what we've been doing for years, right? This is a decode. They never used to do this before this community came around. It's all part of the plan. What plan? These people they have became decoders, man. From the players to the commentators to the casinos. They say, you know what? We can't beat them. Let's join them. That's what I'm getting out of this. They know they can't beat us. So you know what they did? They became one of us. Now, all of a sudden, they're putting out decodes. Beautiful decodes. They're doing a better job than we are. This is a great decode right here. So somebody that works for FanDuel is pretty gematria oriented. Very smart. These people, man, they know about us, man. And I don't know why a lot of you say that we don't matter. We matter, man. We matter. Otherwise, they wouldn't be putting out stuff like this. This is mockery right here. Why are they showing us these synchronicities, these patterns from the area codes? Like, when they never used to do this, man. Never. I don't remember anything did this in your face like that. All right, we talked about this. If you guys want to call in, the number is 646-986-0958. There's a lot of things that I'm probably missing. Let me see. Let me just go to my social media, because most of the things I don't really post on my blog anymore. Only when I'm about to make a video. Everything goes here. I post everything here now. Yeah, from Kyrie becoming 1-13 versus the Celtics since just stomping on Lucky the Leprechaun. And look at this. Speaking of 185, before Game 4, Tim Hardaway Jr. he hadn't made a shot since May 18th. And what is May 18th? How is that written, that date? Excuse me. Isn't that 18/5? So he went on a drought since 18/5 until Game 4 when they finally got a win over the Celtics at home. Let's see what else. What about Al Horford? It says here that he's number 185 all time in points. He's, oh my God, on the scoring list, he's number 185. You know how LeBron is number 1? Al Horford is number 185 on the all-time scoring list. Just more blatant. Well, it's obvious to us. I don't think the average fan doesn't know that the Celtics are 18-5. But there are certain things that the fans should know and realize. Like, come on, man, what the hell is this? Is this Game 1 when they won by 18 points? It is. Game 1, the Celtics won by 18 points. Game 1 of the NBA Finals. And very similar to today's score, 89-107. They scored 1 point less, 88-106. Look at that. Just 1 point off from the first game. And somebody wrote that, I don't know if this is true. Gotta verify that. But somebody wrote in the comments that this Game 1 of the NBA Finals, that was the Mavericks' 18th playoff game of the season. For another 18. Oh yeah, and Porzingis, he had 18 points in the first half of that game. We documented this. Mr. Porzingis. And they also put out this image, right? Different here. At the games, right? They put out the phrase different here, which equals 78 and 66. Like how 6/6 was the Boston Celtics' 78th birthday. And again, Boston Celtics equals 78. Like NBA Finals. Yeah, but the Mavericks. No, okay. So this image right here, this was the day that Kyrie Irving stomped on Lucky the Leprechaun. This was back in 2021 when the Nets eliminated the Boston Celtics. It was actually on May 30th, I believe it was May 30th or May 29th. And then in the background, you see Mavericks. Say they have the Mavericks, and they got the referee with the number 71. Celtics equals 71. From the day that Kyrie Irving stomped on the Lucky Leprechaun, he went on a 13-game losing streak. And then eventually became 1-13 when the Celtics lost in Game 4 at Dallas. And we know Dallas is 113. Today is 617, 113 prime number. The National Basketball Association is 113. But the Mavericks, they defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves on the anniversary of this game. Look it up. It was either May 29th or May 30th. The day that the Mavericks clinched the Western Conference, that was the 3-year anniversary of Kyrie stomping on Lucky the Leprechaun. And then he goes and plays the Celtics in the NBA Finals. Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
What's going on, my brother?
Oh, not much. I've been watching you live. I talked to you a few years back, but I was just watching you and you was talking about they were talking about the number 17 and how you wanted to see it, to believe it and stuff like that. And then you said something about they're decoding too, and if they can't beat us, they're going to join us, that type of deal. And
I mean, that's what it looks like. I'm not saying that that's a fact. I'm just saying that's what it looks like, because if you notice, the players now are embracing the whole script and the NBA is rigged, it's scripted. We never used to see players do that before.
Yeah, exactly. And then what I was saying is, I was a firm believer in that number 17 for like 3 or 4 years since the Lakers won. And then maybe when they joined you, it created, your work and what you do. You put the videos out and stuff, and maybe it caused them to, break that number 17. Right.
I don't know if it's because of me personally, but I do think that our community does make a difference in the way they speak and the things that they do. I obviously I do think that if you just notice how when the announcers is talking, it's just like they're just saying certain things. It's like the thing is, right, I used to watch basketball every single day when I was younger. I never heard the announcers speak the way they speak now. It was never like that. They was never doing doing these live decodes and just putting the truth out there like that. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Maybe they've been doing this, but I don't remember them doing that. I really don't. Because even when even early on when I first started learning about this stuff, like around 2017, 2018, it wasn't like that still. It started getting like that after the death of Kobe Bryant more and more.
Yeah.
Once Kobe Bryant died, the community got a lot bigger. That's when we started seeing the players and everybody just start saying, "Oh, the NBA is scripted, the NFL is scripted, baseball is scripted."
I noticed that too. Just browsing YouTube and stuff like that, and it's just. But I still think that what you're doing, kind of moved, destroyed their, what they were planning on doing with the number 17. I just believe that. I mean, somebody can think different about it, but
no. The thing is this: I think they had the 18 championship planned a long time, because 185 Maybe not in baseball. I don't know. I don't know if what's the Yankees' record in the World Series. But the thing is, 185 is important. It's very important to basketball. Yeah. So the Celtics were due to become 118-5 at one point. So I don't think the 17 was ever the cap.
Okay, I mean, there for a while, I thought that.
Yeah, the thing is, once when they tied the Lakers and the Celtics were tied at 17, and we see how 17 is very important in basketball. That's why we thought maybe they stay at 17.
Well, yeah, I always thought that what, maybe they're wrong. Maybe we're wrong. I hope we are. Because some of the fans, they pay all that money to go to games and stuff like that. And if it was true, the number 17, it's just.
But 17 is a lot. I mean, do you realize that there's basketball teams that have never won?
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. Like the Clippers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then the fans still go to their games. So the fans don't really care that their team hasn't won a championship. Yeah, they're still gonna support because they're sheep.
Yeah, but overall, I'm just kind of glad that the Celtics won. In a way, I'm not a Celtics fan.
But why would you be happy? Did you realize how many people they killed to get the championship?
Well, I'm not happy for that, but I'm just happy that the fans don't have to, other than the killing and the sacrifice, blood sacrifice and all that. Is that what you call it, blood sacrifice?
Oh, that's not what I call it. That's what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, other than that, some of these fans, they don't even know they're asleep, and.
Yeah, but we can't feel bad for them because this stuff is it's too blatant. It's too blatant. And it's like, how can you not notice? Even if you're just watching the gameplay doesn't make sense. Some of the plays that these players make and the decisions that they make. How do you beat a team by 38 points and then you lose by 18? Like that I don't understand. Like if me and you are playing basketball, right? If I beat you by 38 points, we can play 10 more times, and guess what? I'm gonna beat you by 38 points almost every single time.
Absolutely.
Like I don't care if we are in Dallas, in New York, in Texas. If I beat you by 38, I'm gonna beat you by multiple points, by double digits every single time we play. Maybe not 38, but very close to that. Because it's obviously, if I beat you by 38, that means me and you are not a match. Now, if the games are close, where I beat you by 2, maybe the next game you can beat me by 2. But if I beat you by 38, that means me and you are not even. Like this is a mismatch. We should not be competing because obviously I'm way better than you are. If I'm beating you by 38 points, so I don't understand how the Mavericks can beat the Celtics by 38, and then lose and have a 26-point deficit. That's why I don't feel bad for the fans. Because how can you see this every single day? And then on top of that, right? How many times we've seen a team be up by 20 points and then lose the game by 15? Like,
it's
how does that happen?
Yeah.
So you don't even need the gematria. You don't need to realize that people are being ritualistically murdered. You don't need to realize all that shit. A lot of the gameplay doesn't make sense. If you play sports, you should see right through that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, once you beat it's like an unfair match. You're talking about if you're going to beat somebody by double digits and all that. It's kind of like an adult playing a kid.
Yeah, that's what that is. Because 38 points, we're not talking about a close game and then I win by a buzzer beater. 38 points, that's a blowout.
Yes. And the competition of what they're showing us on TV, NBA, baseball, and all that, it doesn't match up with the competition and the way it's supposed to be, the way we experience it as kids and, adults. I played basketball in my 20s, but I never took it, to professional. But other than that, it's
But when you played basketball, right?
Yeah.
The people that you played against, were they like better than you, or were you like on the same level?
I people that were better than me.
Better than you. But
Yeah,
what's the biggest deficit that you ever lost by? Like on a one-on-one or a team game? 10 points, right?
10 points. Yeah.
Think about that. So that's two.
Yeah.
That's and that team is better than you. I don't know how much better than me you have to beat me by 38 points. We're talking about like it has to be like the Lakers versus like the you know the a girl basketball team or something like that. Because 38 points, how is it that NBA players are losing by 38 points? This is not the G League. They're doing that. They're doing that to another NBA team that won 64 games during the regular season. Beating that team by 38, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's not like they're missing their best player, right? Most of their core is still on the court. So how is it that you guys are dominating the entire season and then you lose by 38 points and then you come back and beat that same team by double digits?
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't make sense. So that's why I don't feel bad for the fans. The fans are fucking retarded. They deserve to get robbed. They deserve every part, everything that's happening to the fans. They deserve it. Because guess what? That 617 area code, like we saw during after the Super Bowl, all the fans that went to the parade. What happened? What did the Chiefs do at the parade? They killed one of the fans. One of the fans got shot and killed. So on Juneteenth, let's see what happens on Juneteenth in the 617 area code. Let's see how many people get shot at the parade or how many people get stabbed.
Yeah, I totally agree with all your work. I totally agree with you. You know,
I mean, you remember you remember the Chiefs, right? The Chiefs won the Super Bowl, and then that lady lost her life at the parade.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why that's why a lot of this stuff is sick. You know, I have been like a little bit like I do think like I feel like if you want to watch if you want to go to the game and watch it and enjoy it and whatever, just because you're bored at the house, you don't want to be at the house all day, and you want to go out with your girlfriend and take her to the game. I don't mind people doing that, because I feel like we don't have a lot of things to do anyway in the world. It's like, so if you want to go to the game and watch and enjoy the game, you can go. But it's like once you start going to the parade and becoming a fanatic, that's what you need to watch out, because we see how ritualistic these people are. They don't care about killing, and they'll kill regular people. That was a regular person that got killed at that Chiefs parade early in the year. That was a regular person. That wasn't a celebrity. So that's why you have to be careful as well when you want to support these leagues. But
hey, you know, just real quick, we were just talking about the competition, how it don't match up and all that. It seems like somebody more powerful than the players and the franchise and is controlling the competition, basically. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, we know that. It's the Jesuit order.
It's part of the script, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Illuminati. The Illuminati is controlling everything.
So is that number 17? It's like poof or.
Well, that number is still very important, because Al Horford just won his first championship after playing 17 years in the NBA. 17 is still huge.
But there's no max out.
There's no more cap. Yeah, now we have to consider the Celtics and Lakers as a possible champion every year now.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, Boston Celtics does equal 195.
Oh, okay.
So they might win another championship before it's all said and done.
All right. Well, I called you just because for the number 17, and then.
Yeah, but the thing with the 17 is, like, this year they really made it a lot. They're very obvious with the 18, what they was doing. From the Celtics losing 18 games during the regular season, for them starting the season 18-0 at home, and then winning all these games by 18 points. Game 1 of the finals, they won by 18. They just won the last game. Game 5, they won by 18 points.
Yeah.
They've been putting that number everywhere.
I saw that picture of the seeding.
Yeah, game 1 of the NBA finals. They had the 617 and they had the 18.
Yeah.
Just put it in people's face. So that's why, the 18 was like looking like, okay, so this is definitely where they might go with it.
Oh, okay. Because that was hey, check it out. I browse social media, Facebook, Instagram, and all that. And I always told people, I was like, I don't know, I think the Lakers, Celtics, and the Yankees, they're all maxed out. They can't win any more championships. But tonight kind of erased my thoughts about that, but I'm the maxed out, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. I think, yeah. We should definitely look at them from now on.
Oh, okay. But hey, it's been nice talking to you, and I gotta go. So.
All right, I appreciate the call. Thanks.
All right. Okay. All right. Bye.
Okay, so somebody says, I thought you said the Mavs are gonna play the Knicks. I think I made that clear multiple times already. I did like 3 videos explaining why. Okay, so let me just repeat what I said before. When the Knicks were playing Game 7, was the game that series went 7, right? I don't even remember them anymore. Yeah, it went 7. I remember now. When the Knicks were playing the Pacers, Game 7 at the Garden, I think it was Game 7. Yeah, Game 7. I did a live stream that day, and we covered the entire game. And before the live stream started, actually before the game started, I said there's a possible narrative for the Indiana Pacers to win and upset the Knicks. And I said in that video, because of this narrative of the Pacers upsetting the Knicks, now I don't think it's going to be the Mavericks and Knicks. Because the Mavericks' narrative to win, they had a nice narrative to win. Because it's been 13 years since their last championship. Dallas League was 13, and they like that number a lot. So I said if the Mavericks looks like the team that's going to be in the finals, they most likely should play the Knicks. Because I like that narrative between Mavericks and Knicks. But because I saw the narrative with the Pacers beating the Knicks, I said, okay, so the Knicks might not go to the finals. Because they might get eliminated at home in the Game 7 to the Pacers. So then that's when I said, you know what? If it's not the Knicks and Mavericks, it will be the Celtics. The Celtics will, because the Pacers was not going to beat the Celtics. The Celtics will become 18-5 in the championship. And I also said it doesn't even matter who goes from the Western Conference. It could have been the Wolves. It could have been the Denver Nuggets. It could have been the Mavericks. It could have been the Lakers. It could have been all those teams combined. The Celtics were not losing and becoming 17-6 because 185 is way more important than 17-6 than 176. All right. So once that game was over and we saw the Pacers eliminated the Knicks, right? OG Anunoby became 26-6. The Knicks became 26-6 when OG Anunoby was on the court. And we know 266 to be a very important number with the Jesuit order. I said, look, it's going to be Pacers. Okay, we get it. Because it's going to be Pacers and Celtics. The Pacers are going to lose in 4 games. The Celtics are going to advance. I said, all this video, it's all documented. I don't know this piece of shit. It's actually in the comment section. We called the fucking Celtics to sweep the Pacers. I just hate repeating myself so much. We called it. We said, okay, Pacers are going to play the Celtics, right? We know that now because the 266 came through with the OG Anunoby, something that was freaking me out before Game 7, right? After that, I made another video. I said the Celtics are going to sweep the Pacers on May 27th. They're going to advance to the NBA Finals 666 days after the Devil Bill Russell. And that's exactly what happened. The Celtics won 4 straight games against the Pacers. Then I made another video. I said, okay, so let's see who the Celtics are going to defeat in the NBA Finals. Are they going to play the Mavericks or are they going to play the Timberwolves? That was a little tough because they had the narrative with the coach Kevin Garnett playing his 2 teams playing in the finals. I said, you know what? I don't care who goes from the West. Whoever it is, doesn't really matter. Mavericks ended up being the team. When the Mavericks went, I put in a future right away. Boom. Celtics to win. We knew the Mavericks was not going to win. Point blank, period. Yesterday, I made another video, and I asked the question, when is the finals going to end? So we looked at Game 5, we looked at Game 6, we looked at Game 7. See, you probably haven't been watching none of my videos, so you don't know what's going on. You're just a fucking troll who wants some attention. So I'm giving you some attention. Yesterday we said, look at that. It's going to end today on 617. And we also said that the Celtics are going to cover the 6.5 point spread. And that's exactly what happened. So, okay, out of like 10 predictions, we got one thing wrong. All right, we had the Knicks and Mavericks. Oh, that didn't come through. Oh, blah, 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 blah. But what about all the fucking other shit that we fucking predicted correctly? Like, all these probably, like, what's wrong with you guys, man? Are you guys not, like, I don't get it. What side are you on? Are you like a sheep? Are you a troll? Or are you a part of the intelligent community? You can't be all three. If you're a sheep, get the fuck out of the live stream. You're too fucking dumb to be here. If you're a troll, what is the point of trolling? What is the point of trolling? You want to get a laugh? Ha, 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 ha. Oh, you was wrong? I've been right way more than I've been wrong. We called the Celtics to sweep the Pacers. We called the line at plus 500. Vanessa from Washington, she turned $100 into $500. While you talking shit in the comment section, my people are making lots of money. Yesterday, we called the Celtics to cover the 6.5 point spread today, and end the finals today on 6/17/24. Look at all this research that we are doing in this community. Well, not in this community, me. Look at this. Game 5 on 6/17/24. 3 other Celtics sacrifices wore those numbers. Bill Russell, number 6. John, number 17. Sam, number 24. Bill Walton, number 5. Celtics winning 5 games. So you're obviously not paying attention. I don't know what's wrong with you. The person that called in talking about the 17, I mean, okay, I get it. You know, NBA does equal 17. For years we've been saying how 17 could be the cap. But you obviously haven't been paying attention either, because we've been talking about the 18 for a long time now and how the Celtics are going to get their 18 championship. Where have you been? How many times have I shown this screenshot right here? 185, 185, 185. Oh, I don't think that nobody's going to get to 17. Hello? You haven't been watching? We've been talking about 185 for a long time now. It's in the name Joseph Mazzulla. It's in the name William Russell. It's basketball. It's mathematics. It's Catholicism. It's all 185. What do you mean they're not going to get to 18? The fuck, man? Didn't you not see what? Didn't you watch game 1 of the NBA Finals? They won by 18 points. Shit, it gets frustrating after a while. Like, what the fuck? You guys are not paying attention. Yeah, but congratulations to all the people who won. Oh, speaking of 213, Rick Carlisle. Remember the Celtics won 213 days after Rick Carlisle's birthday, right? The NBA Finals 213. Rick Carlisle stayed on 71 postseason wins, became 26-26 in the postseason with the Pacers. On the day that his buddy Bill Walton died from cancer 26. Yeah, but a lot of you, put out that free video. A lot of you don't support, don't send no tips, but I get it. It's whatever. Freeloaders. If the support was better, you guys will be seeing a lot more free videos. But because the support is so lousy on YouTube, that's why I only come on here once in a blue. Last time you guys saw me put out a free video was May 27th, right? Actually, before that, right? Before we had the Celtics sweep. It's already June 17th, so you guys missed out all from 27th to now. You guys could have had a couple of more free videos, but you guys are cheap motherfuckers, man. We'll just look at the videos, benefit from the video, just sit back, collect over our hard work, and then don't put nothing in it. Don't put nothing in the pot. That's why this community, it's where it's at, because the lack of support. And you guys choose to support the people who don't keep their word, who make fake promises and don't follow through. I've never made a promise that I haven't kept. Yeah, my support is all the way down. It's never even been up. Not that it's down. It's never even been up. All I get is fucking trolls talk about, oh, you said the Knicks. You said the Knicks. $60,000 later, how much more money do I need to make? Yo, you guys want to know a fun fact? This is a fun fact. And I'm actually going to go there tomorrow so you guys can see that this is a fact. I want to prove it to you guys. I don't want you guys to believe anything that I say. I'm going to prove it. I made this is a fact. I swear to my 2 kids that I'm not lying. I'm not making this up. I made so much money in the month of May. I made over $60,000 over FanDuel. You guys want to know what TD Bank did? They closed my account because I was withdrawing too much money from their bank. The manager sent me a nice letter saying, we're going to close your account because we consider you a liability. That is a fact. And I'm going to go there tomorrow and I'm going to have my camera on and I'm going to ask the manager at TD Bank, I'm going to ask her, why did you close my account? I want to see what she says. Because I spoke to her on the phone and I asked her, why did you close my account? She said, because, you've been withdrawing too much money from my bank. And, that's all the information that we can provide right now. That's what she said. That's what she told me over the phone. And I know why. I know why she closed my account. It's because of all the fucking money that I was taking out of their bank in the month of May. Almost over, a little over $60,000. And that got her on a fucking nerve. I know she was thinking like, and I told her I told her where the money came from. I told her what I do and everything. I even told her to watch my channel. I said, go follow Simple Truth TV if you want to know how I'm getting all this money. I know what got her mad. You know what got her mad? Is that she sits there at her job making probably $1,000 every 2 weeks or whatever she makes. And then she's seeing this Spanish guy walk in her bank and take out $10,000. And then the next day he comes in and takes another $5,000 out. And then the next day he comes in and takes $7,000 out. That got her fucking upset. And she decided to close my account. I said, miss, there's no fraud. There's no money laundering. There's nothing illegal going on with my account. Why are you closing it? And then she goes, oh, that's all the information I can provide right now. See? That's what we're doing. While you over here talking shit in the comment section, we over here getting fucking rich off these casinos. Because the NBA is scripted, and we're making a lot of money off the rigged games. So much money that now I don't have a bank account. I got to go to a new bank. I told her, listen, you know what? What's funny? I called her, what was it, yesterday? Father's Day. When was Father's Day was yesterday, right? Father's Day? I told her this. Miss, it's real easy. If you want to keep working working at your TD Bank, that's on you. But let me help you out with something. Right, today I'm gonna place $5,000 on the Mets to upset the Padres on Father's Day, because father means Padre in Spanish. The Padres are about to pick up their 30th loss on Father's Day on a day with 30 numerology. She was looking at me like, she was on the phone like, oh, what? Oh. I'm like, listen, you stupid bitch. I know you closed my account because you're a jealous bitch, but I want to help you. I want you to get some more money so you can leave me the fuck alone. Oh, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know why you being so rude, Mr. Arthur. Put some money on the fucking Mets and leave me the fuck alone. That's what I told her. She got upset at me. She's closing my account because I'm withdrawing money that I'm earning, not stealing, earning. Close my fucking account. And I know that's what it was, because I've been with TD Bank for 10 years. They never called me. They never sent me a letter about anything. All of a sudden, I have a good month. All of a sudden, they want to close my account now. I'm a liability to the bank. All right? So keep hating. Keep talking shit in the comments. We're solving shit, making people lots of money. And you over there worrying about the Knicks. You know how much money I've made after the Knicks lost? You know how much money my people made after the Knicks lost? The Knicks losing was one of the best things to happen to us because we was able to see all the other stuff that they was doing. Last call of the day. Hello? What's going on, Vinny?
What's up, man? I was at the bar. You know, obviously I stay in the Dallas area. And they were, man, it was hot up there. They were pissed up there. That shit was funny. It was funny. They were so mad.
Yeah, all those stupid fans, they probably put all their money on the money line, thinking that was going to get really paid on a 6.5 point money line. Oh, I'm taking Mavericks money line, Mavericks money line, blah, blah, blah. Stupid motherfuckers.
I even had some people at the bar that I'm cool with, and I asked them if they wanted to bet, and I was gonna give them the points, and they didn't. They said nah. So I didn't make no money off of that, but it is what it is. But
you saw how they won by 18 points?
Huh?
You saw how they won by 18 points?
Yeah, I thought they were gonna score 108, and I texted one of my family members. I said, "Watch, they're gonna score 108." I thought they were.
Oh, for the 18, right? Yeah.
Yeah, for the 18. I was thinking that they were. I had something from about KG. It was connected to KG.
Yeah, he won the number 5 just like Bill Walton.
Yeah, he won the number 5. His birthday to today was 4 weeks in 1 day.
There you go. You're 41.
So there was that 41. And I saw something else with the Bob Cousy. They did an interview with Bob Cousy, and he was saying like, I want to see the Celtics win one more before I die. He said I already have one.
Oh well, yeah, Bob Cousy. How old is that guy?
He's 95.
Well, they might let him live 2 more years, like 97.
Yeah. So I saw that.
Yeah, he's turning 96 soon, so he'll be in his 97th year of life.
Yeah.
Oh, he played for the Celtics. Wow. Yeah, he did. He played. Oh, yeah, he was a Celtic. He won number 14.
He from his birthday to today was 10 months, 1 week, and 1 day. So that was that 111. I saw that yesterday after you got off stream.
You saw how they ended it on 6, 17, 24, like the 3 jersey numbers of the people that they sacrificed?
Yeah, I saw that earlier. I saw that and I was like, bro, that's crazy that they...
Yeah, I don't know how people was fading that. People still talking about the Mavericks. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Yeah.
Don't you see how the Mavericks, how the jersey number connects to the dates? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that was crazy. I saw, so there's a narrative that I'm thinking about with Al Horford. He, when he was in college, he won back-to-back championships. So if he comes back, that 90, I know how you were saying that 195 could hit. And so I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if Al Horford comes back and they have most of their players still there. I'm gonna definitely put a future in for the Celtics to win it again.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that, and I'm thinking that's a narrative with him being there, and they're gonna talk about, oh, he won back-to-back championships in college, and then he can win back-to-back championships in the NBA.
And he'll be in his 18th season next year.
He will be in his 18th season. So that's kind. I thought that was kind of interesting. So I'm kind of waiting to see what he does, if he's gonna retire or if he's gonna come back.
Yeah, Bob Cousy's 95, man. Damn.
He's 95, and like I said, he just had an interview saying, "Oh, I want to see him win one more before I die, because I have 1 foot in the grave." So he'll probably.
Oh shit, he said that? He said I got 1 foot in the grave?
Yeah, he said that. I'm not.
Oh yeah, I see it. He says I'm 95 years old with 1 foot in the grave, and I can barely move. And one of the last things I want to be able to see is for the Celtics to hang up banner number 18. Oh wow.
So he might be out of here pretty soon.
Oh yeah, he's out of here.
Yeah, he's out of here.
He got 1 foot in the grave. Yo, these people don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he don't care. Trying to think of what. I have one more thing.
Oh yeah, you live 95 years old. I mean, that's not.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not a bad life.
I had a narrative for Tatum to win Finals MVP. I mean, he didn't win, but
who they gave it to?
They gave it to Jaylen Brown, and Jaylen Brown played like shit the last 2 games. He didn't even really play that good.
You know what it is though? That probably so much money was on Jason Tatum that.
Yeah, that is true. I had a little narrative for if he would have won. It was 3 months and 14 days after his birthday from today. If he's from the 314 area code, so that's what the narrative I had tonight. And I thought he was going to score 33 points. He had 31. So.
Did you see how there's a female in the WNBA? Her career has been scripted around Jaylen Brown. She has the same similar name. Let me find her. I posted her on Instagram. Let's see if I can find it. Find that post.
I have seen that, but I can't remember it off the top of my head.
It's just sick how they do it, man.
Yeah, it is crazy. Yeah, I do remember something like that though.
Let me see if I can find it. Her name is Jaylen Brown. Oh yeah, here it is. So look, so her name is Jaylen Brown, right? She was born the same month as Jaylen Brown, the NBA player. So she went to that's funny. She plays for the Dallas Wings, and Jaylen Brown just won the championship against the Dallas Mavericks.
Wow.
Yeah, they both went to California Golden.
They went to Cal? Okay.
Yeah, they both went to California.
Yeah.
Same name, same everything.
That's crazy. I do remember you posted something like that. Now that you said that.
It's just sick, man.
It is sick.
Born in the same month.
That's crazy. Are they the same age? Or is he older?
No, yeah, he's she's older. No, yeah, he's older by 2 years.
By 2 years, okay. That would have been crazy if they were the same age. Yeah, that's all I had though. I just wanted to get on there and like I said, I saw some things after you got off the live stream, so I wanted to tell you about that. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, no problem.
Speaking of not Bill Walton, Walt Frazier. He started. I think I said he played 666 games for the Knicks. He started in 666 games for the Knicks. 666, Mr. Walt Frazier. So yeah, TD Bank, suck my dick, man. Fucking bitch. She pocket watching for what reason? Why are you pocket watching me? Oh, you're a liability. Yeah, I know. I'm a liability to FanDuel as well. Next thing you know, FanDuel is gonna close my account. Yeah, the Oilers not gonna come back. The Oilers, the Panthers head coach is gonna pick up that 70th postseason win, and you know how they've been moving with the Celtics. Wow, I got a super chat. Wow, I got a super chat. Gotta give that person a shout out. Hold on, Lorenzo, my brother, bet my money on the Celtics. Let me say the Celtics ain't the only one that has green. Good looking out. Absolutely, my brother. Thank you. Yes, sir. Everybody pocket should be green like the Celtics today. Yep. Thanks a lot, Lorenzo, my brother. Thank you. Only if there was more people like Lorenzo, man. But I do appreciate all the people who support on Patreon, though. All right, so yeah, I'll leave it there, man. We've been streaming for a couple of hours. Anything else that I find, I'll post it on my social media, Simple Truth Television on Instagram. If not, I'll leave it in the Adrian. I need to see a tip from you, Adrian. You've been making a lot of money. I know you took the Celtics yesterday. I need a tip, Adrian. Yeah, man. Thanks a lot for the super chat, man. Thank you. It makes me feel good. It's not about the amount. It's just the fact that you care. Thank you. All right, so what's next? The World Series? No. Yeah, the Stanley Cup is over. 3-1. Panthers coach, 1 win away from 70. Edmonton Oilers equal 70 in Gematria. Another future Kai Stin. All right, you guys, enjoy your week. And do not go, if you're in Boston, do not go to that parade whenever it is. Do not go there. That is ritual friendly. Those parades are ritual friendly. Peace, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you for watching.